Multiple AEW stars have now been pulled from All In. Plus, we had multiple returns on AEW Dynamite last night, and some last-minute changes are being made to some major All In matches. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Yeah, lots of to-ing and fro-ing and shaking and moving of this Sunday's Wembley card for AEW.
Yeah, we're getting ready. We're getting ready for it. Things are being tossed out and things are being put in.
Hoyed in again.
A cooking mama sensation.
So yesterday, it was revealed that Phoenix will be unable to compete at All In due to some visa and travel-related issues connected to his impending US citizenship. We talked about that yesterday, but we can also reveal this morning that, as you probably kind of gathered on Dynamite, AR Fox is now out of All In. This is due to undisclosed reasons that are unconnected to wrestling. So last night on Dynamite, with both Phoenix and AR Fox out of the picture, there was some tweaks made to some of the key matches.
Yeah, so last night, AR Fox and Swerve Strickland actually lost to Nick Wayne and Darby Allin on Dynamite when Wayne pinned Fox. Post-match, Strickland revealed the tag match had been a test for Fox, which he had indeed failed. Then, subsequently, Prince Nana fired Fox from the Mogul Embassy. Darby Allin and Fox then re-established their friendship, that was something else. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Re-established their friendship just in time for Christian Cage to enter. He cuts a promo on Nick Wayne's late father, of course, and joins forces with the Mogul Embassy. Cage was then later added to the coffee match, replacing AR Fox.
So yeah, Fox, this is a very aggressive gear change for this storyline. A U-turn visible from space.
It was
for
fast.
AR Fox, wasn't it?
Because about 2 weeks ago, obviously, we saw AR Fox and Swerve absolutely decimate Nick Wayne in that little video thing they did. They left Nick Wayne on the floor covered in his blood and everything. AR Fox was there in the match last night wearing the tank top, covered in Nick Wayne's blood too. And then after sort of he gets ousted from the Mogul Embassy, Darby Allin's kind of like, hey, we're friends. Me and you, we're friends. Don't matter what you've done to this fella.
That, mate.
But we're friends at least anyway, don't worry about that. This felt very like a hard and fast change. And Christian Cage in this match though? Not a bad shout. I'm excited to see him in the match at least. Anyway.
He heard that Nick Wayne had a father that had passed away, and Christian Cage went, the song of my people.
Tony, me, get me in there, Tony.
See the light and the sign of the sea, it calls me. Your daddy's dead. So Christian Cage now in there. Now, in a weird bit of happenstance, this kind of makes some storyline sense. Not the AR Fox thing, that's a whole different beast. But Christian Cage is defending that TNT title against Darby Allin the following week at All Out.
Yeah.
So having this match take place here kind of builds to that.
Yeah, adds a bit of fuel to the fire, I guess, doesn't it, depending on what happens.
So the coffin match has been mixed up. Stadium Stampede, some changes to that lineup as well. What do we know about that?
Yeah, so last night as well, Moxley beat Phoenix, after which the Blackpool Combat Club put a beating on Ray, cracking him over the head with a crowbar. Now, when Eddie Kingston and Penta attempted to make the save, they were halted by the returning Santana and Ortiz, who wiped them both out. Now, the best friends eventually hit the ring to send the BCC and Santana and Ortiz to the outside, and then Phoenix was eventually stretched away from the arena.
Quite literally crowbarred out of the match.
He sure was.
Phoenix. And this is Santana's first appearance since suffering a knee injury in the Blood and Guts match last year. Ortiz has made a couple of sporadic appearances. He was on ROH recently, but the tenure for both in AEW has been in doubt. There were stories last year about Santana and Ortiz having a big falling out, but things seem to have been repaired because they're on the same page here. Proud and Powerful are a brilliant tag team.
They sure are.
Can we just emphasize they are a brilliant tag team?
We need them to have them AEW tag team titles at some point. That's one thing that I've been missing. It's in my heart. I've had it held in my heart forever, Tom. And there's a hole there, and it needs to be filled by Proud and Powerful with them tag team titles.
With that in mind, with Phoenix being taken out of the match and the arrival of the Proud and Powerful, a 6-on-6 becomes a 5-on-5. It seems that the Blackpool Combat Club will only be getting 2 mystery partners as opposed to 3.
Yep.
So goodness knows who the third was going to be.
Who knows?
Cheers, mate.
Father Christmas.
Cheers, mate. Father Christmas is crying. You're missing out. Oh, who could it have been? Who could it have been, I
Oh,
wonder?
who could it have been?
Just putting that out. We'll get to that.
We will get to that.
We've also had another title match added to All In.
Yes, we did. The AEW Trios titles will be defended as the House of Black faced the acclaimed and the returning Billy Gunn last night, who reportedly was retired from wrestling. He came in and made the save for Max Caster and Anthony Bowens when they were getting beat down 3-on-2. Gunn got on the microphone and said he was happy to retire until he said he was happy to retire until the House of Black beat down his sons and destroyed the boots he left in the ring, leading to the challenge at All In. Do we get a title change? A big feel-good moment title change?
Well, you'll have to watch predictions later on today to hear my thoughts on that particular piece of cake.
Excited.
I like the bit where Billy Gunn said, "You're not getting daddy ass at Wembley Stadium, you're getting badass Billy Gunn."
That's cool.
Which therefore means he's going to walk out in some very tight pink shorts and wiggle his bottom around.
Oh, don't tease me with a good time.
That's what it means, right?
Yeah, it means that.
And I hope he slides into the ring, but almost overshoots the ring in doing so. That's a classic Billy Gunn-ism.
That would be amazing.
Where he just runs the ring and just slides across. There's a great one from WrestleMania 15, should you be so inclined to check it out, of Billy Gunn sliding into the ring and nearly falling out the other side.
Oh, that's talent. That must be a hard thing to do.
That is a talent.
It is a talent.
Let's take a look at the card as it stands now for AEW All In. The 0 hour pre-show. Jeff Jarrett takes on Grado 1-on-1 Iron Man guitar match. Shut up. That's happening. What does Sean Ross Sapp and the Wrestling Observer know? And all the other outlets that reported and said that match is not under consideration.
Hey, there's still things that it's AEW after all. Things can be added right at the last moment, and this is one of them that's going to be added.
Life is a mystery. On the pre-show, we've got Aussie Open versus MJF and Adam Cole, baby, for the ROH Tag Team titles. The Trios titles up, as we've been saying. Badass Billy Gunn teaming with Max Caster and Anthony Bowens to face the House of Black. Golden Elite and Bullet Club Gold and Takeshita in Trios action. That should be good.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
Will Ospreay and Chris Jericho 1-on-1.
That promo last night from Ospreay was amazing. I am buzzing for this match. They have built hype for this match.
Will Ospreay in that promo said, this is, for Jericho, this is just a way of saying that you played a sold-out Wembley Stadium. For me, I'm trying to put my kids through school
and stuff.
The night before this, I'm doing an indie, said Will Ospreay. That indie is Rev Pro's 11th anniversary show. We had a chat last night with the British champion Michael Oku ahead of that show where he's facing Trent Seven, the night that Will Ospreay also faces Shingo Takagi. You can check out that chat with Michael Oku on the podcast feed right now. Coffin match, Sting and Darby Allin facing Swerve and Christian Cage as it is now. The Real World Championship, CM Punk and Samoa Joe. I'll let them roll back their years. The Stadium Stampede, Eddie, Penta, Orange and Best Friends versus Blackpool Combat Club, Santana and Ortiz. FTR and the Bucks for the tag titles, the third match in their rubber series. Hikaru Shida defends the women's title against Toni Storm, Britt Baker and Saraya. And then MJF puts the world title on the line in the main event against Adam Cole.
And that card is a good card. That's a very good card. I'm excited to see how it all plays out, Tom. I'm excited for wrestling as a whole this weekend.
I imagine there'd be some things that you would want to happen.
Yes. You would think so. In a pictures video. Oh, would one of them things perhaps be a Grado and Jeff Jarrett match? It better be. Well, you'll have to find out and watch for yourself, won't you? Pictures is up on the channel right now for AEW All In.
Check out predictions from myself and Fraser Porter a little later on the channel. Live reactions with Fraser and I from Cultaholic HQ. If you can't get to Wembley, we'll keep you company. What happened with Jack the Jobber outside Wembley Stadium?
Yeah.
That's going to be raucous.
Yeah, so if you see them, go to them. Don't be afraid to say hello and get yourself involved in some content.
And WTF moments with Ross as well after Wembley All In. We want to take a moment before we wrap up to remember a great that we lost yesterday. Former ECW champion, NWA champion, WWE Hall of Famer Terry Funk passed away yesterday at the age of 79, and the wrestling tributes have been pouring in from across the world, haven't they, Andrew?
Yeah, they have. So Dory Funk Jr., Terry's brother, wrote, "My brother Terry Funk was all in with life and loved pro wrestling and his fans. Terry's been blessed with two beautiful, loving and supporting daughters. All my love to my brother." Terry.
Dory and Terry, a phenomenal tag team back in the day, and they both went into the Hall of Fame at the same time, which is a wonderful moment. Triple H writes, every night in cities all over the world, Terry Funk left it all in the ring for our business and for the fans, an icon of our industry.
One of the great wrestling family feuds, obviously, was the Funks and the Rhodes, and Dustin Rhodes wrote on the passing of Terry, he said, he has known me since I was a child. He was an incredible mentor and friend. Love him so much and sad to see him go. I know he is no longer in pain and has probably rekindled his war with Pops in heaven. Rest easy, Terry Funk.
Egg sucking. Ric Flair was Funk's opponent of many years. They had that unforgettable I Quit match at Clash of the Champions. And Ric Flair writes, in my entire life, I never met a guy who worked harder. Terry Funk was a great wrestler and entertainer, unbelievably fearless and a great friend. Rest in peace, my friend Terry Funk, knowing that no one will ever replace you in the world of professional wrestling.
Taz, who met Terry Funk during Terry's ECW run, wrote, several of us had the honor and pleasure of being at his Double Cross Ranch many years ago after a show in Amarillo. I'll never forget that. Words can't explain how Terry was just great on so many levels.
One of his greatest opponents of all time was Mick Foley. Terry Funk and Cactus Jack blowing each other to smithereens in Japan in numerous death matches. It's a feud that followed them as well all the way to the WWF and ECW as well. And Mick Foley writes, he was my mentor, my idol, one of the closest friends. He was the greatest wrestler I ever saw. If you get the chance, look up a Terry Funk match or a Terry Funk promo and give thanks that this incredible man gave so much for so long to so many. There will never be another like him. May God bless Terry, his friends, his family, and all who loved him. R.I.P., my dear friend. It was an honor to know you. I want to share one really funny story from Terry Funk, which I have on my phone.
Please
so
do.
Apologies for looking at my phone, but I wrote it down yesterday. We put out a podcast last night, which tells the incredible life, the wrestling career of Terry Funk. Now he was a beloved member of the locker room, but he wasn't as savvy when it came to like the business side of things. There was a famous moment in 1993 where Terry Funk was actually offered the head booker role of the WWF over Pat Patterson. He really didn't want to do it, so he just, in order to get, he said, "Oh, think about it, Vince," and then he left a note for Vince McMahon that simply said, "My horse is sick. I'll see you later." And he didn't see Vince for 4 years.
Wow. What a guy.
Should we all want to leave a job like that?
My horse is sick. My horse is sick. Terry knew where it was at.
Take time today to scroll through some brilliant Terry Funk memories. You will not be disappointed. My horse is sick, and I'll see you later. Case.
I love you, bye.